These are the first words I've spoken today. Can't wait to get rich, want a better life. Like, the plan is I'm up early and I'm just straight into the grind because I have to make money today. And I've said this before. I've said this. I say this. I find myself saying this consistently. I have to make money today, but it's just like one, something about making money by the minute is too taxing. But number two, poop. I really just I do not enjoy talking on the phone as a means to an end. I'm gonna work today, and it was work. I don't have to work 8 hours, but I'm gonna work 8 hours today. And again, by the time I'm finished, it's 6:30. The sun's still up. I still have like 2 hours to just be outside, and then I have the nighttime to enjoy. Last night, I watched the eclipse from my balcony. I just sat out there and I watched the moon rise as it eclipsed the earth. And I'm just like, yeah, this is what I've always wanted. I love seeing things like this. And I love that I could just like sit in my underwear and like take a one hitter and look at the moon and listen to music. And it was nice. My, I feel like I feel refreshed for the first time. My body doesn't ache and I'm not sleepy like lethargy. And so I have to use this energy to make some money on Friday. Like, making money on Friday isn't difficult. I just really don't, you know what I mean? Like, you find yourself in a position where you don't want to do what you don't want to do. And that's not even on no funky shit. That's on like some. The last phone call I had was really just bad. It wasn't even just sad, it was just bad. Like, people are unironically right wing, conservative, MAGA dud chuds, milk duds, chud buds. Like, they're unironically that. He said his son was so traumatized, he's afraid to enter hotels. It's like your 7-year-old son is afraid to walk into a hotel. And it's like, yeah. Does anybody care? The last woman I spoke to made me tell her the whole story and then said we couldn't help. It's like, well, yeah, you called a personal injury law firm and nobody was personally injured. I'm trying to make sense of it. I have the motivation I need to work starting next week because that's rent time. And making money for rent is like, I have to make rent. I have to make rent. I have to make rent. And so it's a grind and it sucks. But something about that is like, I don't want to give up this gem that I found. So to keep the BBL looking natural, I have to maintain it. But on the off season, where I could have like furnished this place by next week, just the idea of not in really enjoying the neighborhood, the idea of not really enjoying the apartment, the idea of just slaving away. We say that so casually. This white woman in my family just said that to her, a black African descendant of slaves husband. He's slaving away in that kitchen. Mind you, all he did was make bacon, eggs, and croissants. And I don't mean like all he did because that was delicious and is what I wanted. But even to use that euphemism didn't make sense. You only said it because he's a black person. But if I were to say that, everybody would be like, no, it's just a saying. I don't want to just a saying. Slavery is awful. Brave take by me. You're welcome. And it's only as much of a choice as we engage with it. I can choose not to and then just live in the adjustment of those consequences. I'll get a bed eventually. I'm not never gonna get a bed. It's just I have to be the one to set the pace. And certain frequencies automate slavery. Certain paces are slave paces. And I don't want to be that. Like, I'm all about liberation and freedom and just living your life how you want to live it. And so I'm a Friday hustle my way through, like, it's Friday. Isn't it so? Aren't we just so glad it's Friday? Thank God it's Friday. Mind you, I ain't worked all week. But it's like I did work. I had, like, having a period is a lot of work. I don't know what scenario we've lived in where we're like, it's just a period. I'm bleeding. Every time somebody's bleeding, it's a moment for pause and emergency and attention. But when women do it regularly, when people do it regularly, all of a sudden is MBD. No big deal. Kiss my ass. I was bleeding. That was a time. I couldn't work. I was bleeding. Like, what are we talking about? And then, because I lost so much blood, my muscles began to weaken, and my knee was hurting so bad I could not sit or stand. Yesterday, I walked a lot, and that exercise really did help it helped make me feel strong. And now I'm like, I want to walk the loop at least for the next couple months because it's gonna get icy and snowy. I want to walk the loop at least 3 times. I want to walk it, and then I want to rollerblade it, and then I want to walk it again. I think that's like the vibe I'm trying to get to. I need to get a basketball because I need to start shooting hoops. I'm just like, okay, my body feels good, and I know it's because the exercise. Part of healing my nervous system is strengthening my muscular system. And so it was work. It was work to reprogram my neural pathways that says work, 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 money, 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 grind, grind, grind. Instead, it's like, no. I'm very clear that part of the hellscape deal, if I choose to be alive, I have to pay rent. That's part of just human shit. That goes back in time since millennia. There's never been a time in human history where motherfuckers weren't paying rent. Even outside animals pay rent, but it's like a rent or a toll or a fee. You don't just magically get shelter. You engage with it. Even if we didn't do rent, we'd still need somebody to build it. If you're the one to build it, you still need somebody to help you with the supplies. You need somebody to hold the plank on the other end. There's always going to be labor involved when it comes to shelter. So I'm like, okay, I can hit that grind. But when it comes to taking care of myself, I'm not a hustler. I'm not a boss. I'm not a diva who's a female version of a hustler. I'm living. I'm so committed to living that some people might read it as a commitment to dying because it reads like I don't have a survival skill. But I think about the last moment of my life a lot. Like, what am I going to be doing if I get hit by a bullet? Because this is America, baby. It's bullets flying everywhere. Y'all want to talk about the Star Spangled Banner? The rocket's red glare and the bombs are not bursting in air. They're bursting in the wind. Baby, it's bullets flying everywhere. Any given day. I was outside the other day. I heard gunshots. In this rich bitch neighborhood, y'all shooting guns in this rich bitch neighborhood. We are the riffraff in this rich bitch neighborhood. Like, why are y'all? And then I'm like, oh, it's a bar, like a dive bar, and it was like maybe 6 or 7 or 8. It wasn't dark yet, but the bar opens at 7 a.m. and people be in there at 7 a.m. So I'm like, yeah. Niggas is outside shooting guns in the middle of the day. Because that's just the world we live in. So I often think to myself, like, what would I be doing? Like, if a bullet hit me and I might die. Or if a bullet hit me like Joe and I'm like, ooh, good thing I'm a bad bitch and my muscles stopped it from killing me. Like, these are the things I'm thinking about. This is really the next phase of like nervous system healing. And I want to focus on it. But today I'm like, I have to get I gotta do something today. Like, I would just feel crazy if I didn't. I'm still sleeping on the floor, you know? I'm in a better headspace this morning, and I'm in a better physical space this morning. Like, it's not, the aches aren't the same. And I know some of the aches again had to do with like my period and also just like the period of life I've been in for the past 3 years. I feel like I am reintroducing myself after I've been in a coma. I was watching this movie. Me and my sister watched this movie. God damn, I wish I remember what it was called. Listen, she will talk shit about Tubi movies because she is an ignorant person. But I live and breathe and die by Tubi movies, mainly because when I was a young warthog, I watched that Pepper Ann episode where it was like, you can critique media and you can have opinions about media, but don't spend your time talking shit about something you ain't never attempted to create. And so that's how I feel about movies. You can have your critiques. I have my critiques. I don't have like movie critiques. My favorite movie is Bewitched, the remake, the 2005 remake with Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell. So I'm not like, I fundamentally believe The Little Rascals is a horror film. I don't have good movie takes, but I also won't shit on a movie because it's not easy to make a movie. And so whatever the movie was called, it was about a girl who woke up from a coma. It was actually kind of crazy because they did fuck with her brain. It was like a psychological thriller with a big magic twist at the end, but it was low budget, so it wasn't really psychologically thrilling. And the twist kind of was dead, gave away in the beginning. And then it was kind of like, what is it? The twist is a lie. But I'm like, what show is that? What bit is that from? Where it's like, and then there's a twist, but the twist is a lie, and the lie makes no sense to the rest of the film. So it's not really a twist, it's just the lie. Tyler Perry's good for that. And this movie did that. But all that to say, I just feel like I woke up from a coma and I'm being reintroduced to myself, because I really did have a home, a beautiful home that I found, that I decorated, that I maintained, that I took care of. I comfortably and very notably housed myself. And the thing about leaving that apartment was I was gonna leave anyway, and I was looking for exactly this type of place. So my trajectory, I didn't, what they say, not a direction, just a redirection. I didn't really get off track. The detour was just necessary for the soma. And so, what I'm doing now is allowing my skin to be comfortable and to be steady and to be smooth. And then after the skin, it is the muscles. And so developing these muscles, especially like developing these work muscles, because no matter what, I'm not getting rid of this work contract even when shit pops off in other places until I get to a certain level or a certain space where it's no longer tenable to hold the work contract, because visibility is the point. But I was just thinking, you know what I'm never gonna be? These people who are literally online being crazy. I'm here for a good time and a long time, but not really a long time. I'm here for a good time. I'm 52 years old. I don't have a lot of years in me left. And so, what I really want to do is psych myself up because I have to go to work today and I have to make money today. But then I'm like, I don't have to make money today. I walked out of the house and this man walked up to me and was like, "You need something?" And I was like, "Yeah, I need some cash. I'm finna go travel." He pulled it out of his wallet and handed me $60. I'm like, it's somebody somewhere that sees my beautiful face and it's like, I want to cash app her $350 so she can get a bed. Because a woman that beautiful shouldn't be sleeping on the floor every day, except for Wednesday.